everybody, it's Kelly and I'm back with another video, and this is a Christmas layout, but it's really more of a sentimental layout about the dishes. So it's more of like a heritage layout almost, I guess, is what I would say. So I'm starting out here with some the Merry Christmas paper there as a background from, it's Pink Fresh Oh Joy, and it's the Merry Christmas paper. And then I'm going to use that tree paper as kind of another layer at the bottom for the photo to rest on, kind of like a little shelf. And that is the Cocoa Vanilla Studio Merry and Bright, the old Christmas tree paper. I still have quite a bit of Merry and Bright left, and I love that collection. So I use some of it every Christmas for sure. Usually not in my December daily, though. It's a little bit light for that. And then you saw that I mounted the photograph on that gingham paper from the Cocoa Vanilla Studio Merry and Bright collection. Again, it's the Star Bright. And then because these two papers here are so light, I want something to break that up. And I'm going to use this washi tape from the Paper Studios. It's really thin. So I actually am going to double that up to make it a little bit thicker. Over the top there, and it didn't matter where that started and ended there. You saw me I broke it apart there because the photo is going to be there, so that gives kind of like a separation. That is a little bit brighter than that bright green, but I'm actually okay with that. And I'm playing around now with the cards, that 3x4 card. That journaling card came from, it's the pocket cards from Merry and Bright. And then now I'm just working with some die cuts. Again, the die cut ephemera from Merry and Bright. And just kind of playing around with what I think might look good here. I'm really liking how light this collection is. The story behind this, quickly, is that when my mom moved full-time to Arizona, she had Christmas dishes. And we offered them up to both of my nephews, but one of my nephews took her regular china, and then they both already had Christmas patterns. So I said to her, what about if I offer it to my stepkids, so my grandkids' parents? And they were so excited to have them. And when we celebrated Christmas with them this year, we ate on those dishes, and I know they've used them before, but we actually ate on them. It was just such a lovely, sweet memory. So that's why I wanted to document this. So I am adding in some flare badges, by the way, and those are from Merry and Bright as well. I'm thinking about a cluster at that top, but it feels heavy to me compared to what's going on. I did add a flare badge to the journaling card there, just to give that a little bit of dimension, and I do really like those flare badges. Those have held up. I trashed through a whole bunch of flare badges that I had in the trash a few weeks ago because they're rusting, and you know what that means about what's in my notebook. Now, I do live in a pretty humid climate, but one of the badges were made, I bought a lot of 2 peas in the bucket badges back in the day, and they were made in Wisconsin. So a little disappointing, but it is what it is, right? We don't always know what's going to happen to that product, but I will not be buying any more badges from anyone, even if they come back into, I know there are still companies that sell them, but even if they could become really popular again, not doing it because I know what they're going to look like in 5 years. So anyway, so I'm adding in some hearts here. I'm going to add that little Merry tab, just kind of getting it centered. And now that's taking up a lot of nice space across the center of the layout there, adding in the holly, and then that little banner that says Sweet Memories. And I think the batter went the other way and I cut into it, or it was a cut apart or something, because it wasn't originally quite that way. But I'm so happy to, and this one, so the Christmas layout you saw last week, or earlier in the week, the 2-pager will go in my grandkids' books. But even though they have the dishes now, this is going to go in mine because I'm talking about my mom and the memory of using those dishes. So it's more important to me. All right, kind of just getting that stuff up there kind of playing around. Sometimes it takes a little bit to figure out how to get all that stuff adjusted. Okay, I love this collection so much. And I'm also really glad that I finally got to use that Merry Christmas paper from that Pink Fresh collection as well. I think I bought just some one-offs at one point because I never actually had that collection. But you know that Merry Christmas will go with just about anything. Okay, so now I found another badge. Well, it is a flare badge that says 25 December. This was not December 25th. As a matter of fact, it was New Year's Eve. But, you know, Christmas, the dishes come out on Christmas. I'm A-okay with this. And I did, you know, note when this actually, it was December 30th. It was the day before New Year's Eve. But, you know, kind of the general idea of Christmas. And I do want to get a title on it. I'm going to do the title as Her Dishes. And I'm using these Puffy Alphas from Ellie's Studio. I have gone through since I made this layout, and I had a huge purge of my thickers letters. So where I had partial, you know, like I had very few letters left and it was mostly numbers or weird letters, my thickers. And I did the same thing with these letters because, you know, those doodlebug letters are my favorite now. I was running out of space. I actually went down from 2 of the wicker baskets that I store my thickers in to 1, just doing that purge. I felt so good about that when that was done. The other thing that was happening is one of the baskets was sitting on top of the other, and it was really starting to cave it in. So anyway, all right. I am all done. So there's a still shot and a couple of detail shots. Hope you guys are all well, and I will be back with another layout soon. Bye, everybody.